I'm John, and tonight I want answers about replacing presidential candidates in the Bison. And if I have time, we'll talk about war with Yemen. There's no stopping us now because we're live.
John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers. Give John answers. John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers now.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Do you still pay royalties to that guy?
I got a lifetime royalty-free permission to use that music.
Wow.
Yeah. Great deal.
Yeah.
I don't think he realized when he came on the show it would still be on the air now.
I'm sure he didn't realize that.
Check your calendar. If it says October 13th, then we're live.
We are live. We checked.
And now we are live on something new. We are trying tonight Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So if you are on Facebook right now, you can click the live button and see what's going on.
Why would they do that though?
Yeah, if I tell them that, they can't. It's
I mean, if they could see it live, they're already watching it somewhere else live.
Thank you for pressing the live button, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying, if you're watching this live.
Yeah.
And since you're on Facebook, click like us on Facebook.
Like our page.
And like this video.
Yeah.
And
I don't know why you do that, but you should do it.
It would make us happy, and you would,
It's
your friends would know all about this great television program.
going to have no impact on my happiness, people.
Okay. My first witness tonight is Keith Stattenfield. He's the host of Keith Explains, also on this channel, KMVT.
And on Facebook Live.
Last time you were on Facebook Live too.
Yeah.
Though you got if you watch live on his show, you don't get the subtitles.
There's no subtitles.
Yeah. He's my guest tonight because
No one else would come.
Because he's a generous guy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story about Keith Stattenfield. So, other night, I'm driving home from work.
Yes.
I'm listening to my favorite podcast.
Yes.
I'm listening to Probably Science.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Matt Kirshen, who is on this show,
He was on the show.
is on the Probably Science podcast.
Yeah.
So,
he and Andy. And that third guy
Andy
sometimes.
Wood and that.
That third guy sometimes.
Now it's terrible. See, now
Yeah.
we've just shown that we don't
He and
remember
Andy
his name.
are the two good ones. Let's
Well,
agree.
well,
Let's
no,
agree.
no.
He and Andy are the two good ones.
The other guy is dying of cancer.
Yeah, I know. I
So
feel bad
he's
about
got-
that
Yeah,
part.
it's got on the show.
Yeah.
So it's called.
Probably Science.
Okay. Yeah, Probably Science is a podcast.
Yeah.
Featuring Matt Kirshen. Now, I was listening to it,
Yes.
and it was near the end.
Near the end.
And said, well, we want to thank all of our very generous
All of our
sponsors.
very generous sponsors.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And a generous recurring donation by Keith
donation.
Stattenfield.
Stattenfield, yeah.
And we've established you're the world's only Keith Stattenfield.
I am it. Yeah.
You've Googled it.
I
and
have.
no one else ever
multiple
comes up.
times. Like I have an alert. Like if there was ever another Keith Stattenfield born, it would alert me.
You get an email from Google saying,
Yeah.
Dear Keith.
Hey, dear Keith, here's the
another-
birth certificate.
Yeah.
You have 72 hours to.
There are, John Vink is not a common name, but there's many John Vinks in the world.
Yeah.
In fact, someone took johnvink.com before me.
No one took KeithStattenfield.com.
No.
Except for me.
You took do you have Keith Stattenfield?
KeithStattenfield.com. Yeah.
Oh, we don't
Of course
use it.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. One time. Okay. I'm in Toronto, right?
Toronto.
I'm just graduated college.
Okay.
I'm sending out resumes like crazy. 'Cause I need a
Yes.
job. And so one resume I sent was to the Toronto Dominion Bank
Okay.
because I was going to be a banker, maybe. That was my hope.
Yeah.
And so a few days later I call. I said, hi, I'm John Vink. Calling if you got my resume.
Yes.
They said, oh yes, we've hired you. You start like in a week. I go, really? I didn't know this. Turns out, different John Vink.
John Vink.
What are the chances?
Well, barely 100% for that bank.
Yeah.
I would have shown up the next Monday.
Well, yeah, that would have
I'm
been.
just saying, hi, I'm John Vink. I'm here for my job. And they'd be like, okay.
No, I've shown my ID. They go, oh, you're John
Gee,
Vink.
you showed me ID.
See, the HR people
You
don't know.
Fill out your health care
who you are.
paperwork.
Yeah.
Put in your home address for where to send the checks to.
That would have been a
I
great
mean, it
ruse.
did take them at least a couple days to figure out we're paying two guys, both of them named John Vink.
Man, the opportunity I had that I squandered
Yeah.
by like confirming, are you sure?
Yeah.
I should have said, yes.
Never
Where do
say
I
that.
show up?
Never. When someone says yes, you got the job, you say where and when.
I'll see you there. If you've never seen the show before, this is like a courtroom drama. I'm the prosecutor. My guest is the expert witness. And you at home are the jury. And it's your job to convict or acquit the topics. We've taken your tweets. You can tweet us during the show at John Wants Answer.
No S,
No S
yes,
on the
stand
end.
for suck. Yeah,
S
yeah, we know.
does
We
stand
know.
for suck.
We've heard it a million times.
You mean I have viewers who... No, I only have like 75 episodes. You've heard it 75 times if you've seen every episode. If you don't like Twitter, and I don't, go to our webpage. Go to johnwantsanswers.com, and we have like a contact page right there for you. Great news. Great news. We are spreading the word.
News, at least.
We are spreading the word. We have a new affiliate.
New affiliate.
TV99.
TV99.
And
Good number.
New Albany, Mississippi
Ooh, New Albany. That's nice there.
is now showing the show.
Yeah.
So it's in northern Mississippi.
Yes, of course. Yes.
So hopefully it's not as humid. So not you don't
No,
get
it's
the
still
big
humid.
Mosquitoes. So please tweet us
Yeah.
from Mississippi.
Yeah, they got a nice Waffle House.
They do?
Yeah.
You've been to Mississippi?
I've been to New Albany, Mississippi.
You've been to New
Been to
Albany?
Mississippi. Been to the Waffle House in New Albany, Mississippi.
Whoa.
Many times. Many times.
We should go sometime.
Ask for Mildred.
Road trip. Let's do a road trip. We'll go there again sometime.
I'm not getting in a car with you. I've heard enough stories about being in a car with you for that long.
I don't know what you've heard. Okay. The opinions stated here are my own and not necessarily those of my company.
Yeah, almost certainly not, as I always say.
All right. So, I was reading the Twitter earlier today,
Ooh, even though
and
you hate it.
we got a tweet. Bill from Washington, D.C. tweets,
Bill.
what would happen if Hillary had died of pneumonia? So our first topic, presidential candidates dying. You know, this is a recurring problem on our show. Like, I announce the topic, I'm very
Yeah.
excited to announce it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a sad topic,
Yeah.
like someone dying.
Yeah, sometimes it's one of those topics that'll get you a visit from the Secret Service.
Well, okay.
We got to talk about this before the show.
You need to
what
go
I'm
down.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we
should
could
have.
edit it.
Okay. Well, we're live now, so.
It's too
out there.
late.
And it says for
I've-
this.
I've really got to come to those pre-production planning meetings, I guess.
Okay, so Hillary Clinton,
Hillary Clinton.
currently running for president of these United States.
Yes.
Oh,
Secretary Clinton.
do you still call her that?
Yeah, you
She's
do.
the
It's
previous Secretary Clinton?
the last honorific. Generally, what you use.
Okay. But you always call him former President Bill Clinton. We never say,
Actually, you can use president forever.
oh, okay. Oh. I'm going to put that on my card.
I think judge too. I'm not sure.
The honorable.
Justice.
You know,
Yeah. Honorable just means elected.
okay. When I was in high school, my nickname was the Honorable John A.V.
No, that was not correct.
Yes, it was a nickname. It wasn't accurate.
Okay.
Like Shorty is a nickname usually for a tall guy,
For a
right?
tall guy.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, so it's not always accurate.
So it's not only not accurate, it's ironically wrong.
'Cause are you saying I'm unelectable?
No, I'm saying you're not honorable.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
depends who you ask.
Okay.
Some people might say no. Anyways, we're getting off topic here. We're talking about Hillary Clinton almost died last month of pneumonia.
Yeah, it's not true at all.
Because I hear old people die of pneumonia all the time.
Yeah, old people also don't die of pneumonia all the time.
If you read the obituaries, and it says like some guy was 84
Yeah.
and died peacefully from a brief
Yeah, like
illness
heart
of
disease.
pneumonia.
Like everyone dies of heart disease. Eventually your heart stops beating.
Oh yeah. When I was a kid, my mom would say, "Hey, don't get out in the cold. You'll catch pneumonia and die or something."
Yeah.
Is that because moms are crazy?
Yes.
Is that like
she
an-
also didn't let you go in the water after you'd eaten, right?
Old wives' tale. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
not
said
true
I'd-
either.
I'd cramp up and
Yeah. Like you've eaten a million times. Do you ever get cramps in the half hour after you eat? No, no one does.
well, if you have
They
enough,
just
No,
want
no.
you to not go in the water for half an hour because they hate you.
if you eat enough jalapenos for lunch, you will have a cramp. You know, when half an hour
Okay,
later,
but
maybe.
I never did that as a child.
Oh, I do it as an adult. I do that.
Well, do you
What?
s-
Yeah, yeah. I have like
Yeah, I know. I see you on Facebook checking
Complaining
into restaurants.
okay. So pneumonia. You're saying
Pneumonia.
it's not dangerous.
Well, it is dangerous, but like it's not. It didn't almost kill her.
Oh.
But she had pneumonia.
And
They gave her some stuff. She got better.
so typically, if you have pneumonia, you can just pop a pill or two, and you're fine in 2
Well,
days.
she's probably on antibiotics for like 14 days.
14 days. So she knew
If it
for
was
a while.
bacterial, no. I mean, it might have started 14 days following that. I mean, they want you to get through a whole course of antibiotics. If it was bacterial pneumonia,
Well,
which
is
I
it-
don't know.
So is pneumonia a virus or is it bacteria?
Pneumonia is a set of symptoms. It's when your lungs get all irritated and
Gooey?
water starts to collect and mucus starts to pile up. And it could be caused by bacteria or by viruses or...
Oh, so pneumonia could be anything.
Pneumonia could be lots of things.
Oh, okay. So let's say, like many old people, she died.
Yeah, that'd be sad. We'd be very sad.
I'm not wishing, don't get me wrong, I'm not wishing she dies. I'm just saying, what if she died? What would happen? Would the Democrats have to put up another candidate?
The Democrats would probably get together and pretty quickly select a new candidate.
Now,
I believe the DNC rules let them, if a candidate passes away or withdraws, select a new candidate.
What if the ballots had already been printed?
Well, weirdly, remember, for president, the ballots, they list who your president is, but you're generally not voting for that person. You're voting for an elector who goes to the Electoral College.
Yeah.
And that person probably doesn't change. Now, there are probably rules if that person dies that they can put a replacement elector in his place.
Okay.
So for president, it's weird that the electors, I mean, the candidate might no longer be running, but the electors in the Electoral College could choose to vote for who was put up in that person's place.
Or, I guess, they could vote for a dead person.
It's happened before.
Who has died?
I think in Iowa, like a guy died 2 weeks before the election, and then they announced, well, if he wins, we're going to nominate his wife to his seat. And then he won, and
This is like Iowa,
his
like
wife
state
went on and became senator.
assembly or something?
No, like national senator.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, that's big time. Now, who do you think the Democrats will replace him with? Now, I have two ideas.
I don't know. Tim Kaine, maybe. I mean, it would really depend.
Because there's Tim Kaine, who is the
Or
current
Bernie Sanders,
vice
yeah.
presidential,
Or Al
running
Gore,
mate.
or I mean,
Bernie
there are lots
Sanders.
of. I don't know.
Al Gore didn't run.
No,
Yeah.
not lately.
Maybe Biden. I think.
Biden said he doesn't want to do it though.
Does Al Gore want to do it?
I don't know.
He, at one point, wanted to.
At one point,
And then it was like, no, I had enough of that
yeah.
stuff. Robert Kennedy.
Robert Kennedy.
He died, I think, before I was born.
Where were you born in 1968?
I was born after that. Yeah. Okay. So before I was born, he died.
Yeah, okay.
He was assassinated.
He was.
But was he a presidential candidate?
He was.
Okay. So what happened in that situation?
They were still in the primaries then, though.
Okay.
Like it was in California. He was in California for the California primaries when he was assassinated.
Okay.
So he had not yet won the primary. He hadn't been selected by the Democratic Party as their candidate.
Okay. So the Democrat Party then decided
So they
to
would
pick
have-
a live person instead of a dead one.
They did. They chose that.
Although he probably would have won the nomination, right? It sounds like. Or they just want to say that because he's dead and make it sound more
He was
dramatic.
popular.
Yeah, he's popular.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Before my time.
Yeah.
And different country of me.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when there was elections 8 years ago. It was Barack Obama, versus John McCain.
Senator McCain.
And people thought, because John McCain was pretty old back then,
He was.
and he's even older now. He thought he was too old to run because he wouldn't be alive the whole 8 years.
Yeah,
he's
but
so old.
Turns out he might have.
Turns out
because he
he's
made
still
it till
alive.
now.
Yeah.
But it's always a risk.
So it's the party then who will pick who to send up if the current candidate can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what happens if the party doesn't pick. Parties clearly have rules, but I mean, I didn't look as much. I don't know as much about the Democratic Party because it hasn't been much of an issue. The Republican Party right now, if for some reason Donald Trump stepped down, would have to call another convention. They'd have to bring all the delegates back. They'd have to vote for another candidate.
Oh,
It's possible that those delegates could not agree on another candidate.
We're going to get to that later. Let's not spoil it.
Oh, good
So,
Lord.
Yeah, so we have to take a break now before Keith gets too far ahead. When we come back, we're going to talk about your tweets
Your tweets?
and your messages, and we're going to talk about Donald Trump being thrown out.
yeah.
So stick around.
What if they type on the Facebook page now?
Maybe I'll see it. Okay, we're clear. Let's see if we got anything.
Ooh, this is the Canada thing, isn't it? Look, it's the National Film Board of Canada.
You may know it as the buffalo. Its real name is the bison. It's the largest land animal in North America. There used to be many millions of this humpback mammal roaming the prairies and foothills. Bison are dust bath enthusiasts. They also love rubbing their heads, sometimes even wearing their horns away. The gestation period is 9 months. The red-brown calves nurse throughout the summer, then graduate to the adult diet of grass and herbs. In the winter, the bison have to settle for sedges and dry grass, which they dig out from under the snow with sideways movements of their big heads. For more information about the bison, why not contact the Canadian Wildlife Service in Ottawa?
Not that it matters. Oh,
And we are back, and we're going to take your tweets.
or we're not, because no
Well-
one tweeted us.
I don't see any tweets. My Twitter's not working. It's just like having a spinning wheel,
Yeah.
turning and turning. How's your?
It's what's his name's fault.
Do you have a Twitter on yours?
I do have a Twitter. Wait, okay, you talk amongst yourselves. I'll look at Twitter.
This is fantastic television.
Yeah.
So we just saw a fantastic video on the bison. Now I saw bison in real life, but not in Canada. So this is a Canadian PSA series
Canadian bison.
about
So
animals.
they say a lot.
So I think probably Manitoba, I would guess, has all the Canadian bison.
Okay.
But I think I was in North Dakota when I saw bison.
Yeah, I've
driving
seen
across
bison
country.
in North Dakota.
And so we were on this dirt road. I don't know why. And there's a
Did your
roaming
GPS
free.
take you there?
What's that?
Did your GPS take you there?
I think we didn't have a GPS.
No.
It was like a long time ago. Just
Okay.
and they're just walking across the street, walking around on the
Well,
side.
that's what they do.
And we slowed down to take pictures. They looked really docile, but we were
Yeah.
worried that things could turn very quickly.
Yeah. Bison, just like rhinos, they
They would-
murder like a third of all the people in Canada.
They would like walk up to other cars around and stick their head in the window, and people like,
Really, there were other cars around in North Dakota. Are you sure you were in North
Yeah.
Dakota?
"Is that where the Mount
That's where no
Rushmore
one
is?"
lives.
Mount
I think
Rushmore?
South Dakota.
Okay, we were South Dakota then.
Oh, okay.
I've heard that North Dakota is really terrible. Like they don't have anything. No Mount Rushmores. No.
Okay, do you have any affiliates in North Dakota?
I have to check.
Okay, then let's.
If you're from North
then
Dakota-
let's hold off on whether North Dakota is terrible or not.
I know a guy
Okay,
from North Dakota, and he says it's terrible. So that's all I'm going on. Like
I guess
this one
that's
guy
an
told me
expert. You can't argue with that.
that. You see any tweets?
No, you got no tweets.
Tweets aren't loading right now. Please tap to retry. Okay.
There are no tweets there. I'm looking.
Oh look, it loaded, and well now it says there's no tweet. Wait, I can click on all tweets. I said top. No, there's no tweets.
How many tweets are there, John?
Well, the tweets that I've written are showing up,
Yeah.
saying watch my show. I'm live.
Yeah.
I wonder if that guy from Holland's watching.
Oh,
He's on my email list now.
probably not.
And like last time he
Oh, look, it
emailed us-
refreshed. No tweets.
Okay, we're gonna stop doing that. We got an email actually from Ivanka from Montreal.
Ivanka.
Ivanka.
That's a not Montrealish name at all.
Um,
It's more of a New York name.
is it
Ivanka.
Ivanka? That sounds
Yeah.
like a Russian name to me.
Well,
What happens when a party withdraws their support for a candidate?
oh, no one knows because
Oh.
it's never happened and no one has ever thought about that before.
Our next topic: party give up support for a candidate. See, it's okay on that one. That sounded happy.
Yeah, okay.
It's
It's weird, like it bounces off the pumpkins like a half second later.
So there's currently a candidate,
Yes.
Republican candidate,
Yes, Donald Trump.
who is losing support from members of his
Some
own
support.
party
He's lost some support.
because there was a video that came out showing Donald Trump talking badly about ladies and their parts.
Yes.
Many Republicans showed their disgust
Yes, many of
and
them.
withdrew support for him.
Some of them.
And so can the party say this is no longer our candidate?
It would, of course, depend on the party rules, but they don't think so.
Oh. So even if, like, Paul Ryan says, I can't
Ryan.
support this guy.
Well, Paul Ryan can say, I don't support the guy.
Yeah.
But he can't say, you can no longer put Republican nominee for president after your name because the convention made you the Republican nominee for president.
Oh.
And there are rules for taking that away, and those rules don't seem to allow them to take it away
Oh.
unless he dies
They
or
should make-
steps down voluntarily.
They should make new rules.
Well, but they
might do it next
They
time.
might add that next time.
Yeah. What's the latest time I guess they can like.
I don't know if they
withdraw
could do it now. I mean, ballots have already been printed.
Yeah.
And
But as you
those
said,
ballots
you're not voting for the person per se.
You're not, but again, you're voting for electors.
Yes.
And the electors you're voting for were picked in each state by
Yeah.
the Trump campaign, generally. So even if the Republican Party said Donald Trump is no longer our nominee, Mike Pence is now our nominee, the electors that get picked might still be loyal to Donald Trump.
Even
And
after
I
they
don't know
saw
if
that
you
video.
Might. I use the word might.
Is it possible now some of these electors saw the video, were repulsed,
Yes.
they become electors, and they decide, I'm not going to elect this guy, and turn.
It has happened very infrequently, but
but
it
more
has
than
happened
zero.
where electors got to the Electoral College and did not vote for the person that they were pledged to vote for. It has never changed a presidential election before.
Yeah. Okay. There's a website called 538.com,
538.
and he knows who's going to win.
He does.
Yeah, he's a
He's just
statistician.
He's just toying with us,
So he said
like a cat with a very elaborate computer model.
so 88% chance Hillary winning. So we don't really have to worry about.
No, we do. We have to worry.
We have to worry about
That's
Donald Trump?
why they have elections. You got to actually wait for the election to see what actually happened.
All right. So we had more tweets come in, so I want to move on.
Oh, good Lord.
Or actually, no, it's an email. Chandler B from New York
Chandler B.
emailed, "What's with all the missiles in Yemen?"
Ah.
So our next topic is U.S. at war with Yemen. I think Chandler
Chandler.
went to Yemen
Chandler.
for a few months
I'm
back in
beginning-
the 90s.
I don't want to. I mean, we know this show's not going to win any awards, but I do wonder if all of these tweeters are real. I'm just saying, people.
So I've heard. This is what I've heard.
Yes.
I heard a few days ago, or
Couple
twice
days
in
ago.
the past week,
Yes.
someone has fired things at
Fired missiles
U.S. warships
At
going
U.S.
by.
warships floating past in the Persian Gulf.
And so I think it was today, maybe, or yesterday. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And recently,
U.S.
the U.S.
warships
fired back.
Fired back at some radar towers and went kablooey.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, are we, meaning the United States of America, at war with Yemen?
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, Yemen's kind of in a civil war.
So is it like
And
rebels?
Saudi Arabia is supporting one of those two sides, and we are somewhat allied with Saudi Arabia. So in some sense, we are involved, but I don't think there's any U.S. troops on the ground. I don't think we're giving money to either side. I'm sure diplomatically we have a preference for who should prevail and what should happen in the country. But I
Whose
don't
radar
think
towers do you think?
Oh, it's probably the rebels. I mean,
Yeah.
Yemen used to have a president. He was accused of being somewhat corrupt. He eventually stepped down temporarily, and a guy stepped in his place. Then after a while, the president offered
Did he-
to step down permanently
Did he step
if
down,
they
or was there a
offered.
coup?
It's hard to say. And then he was gonna, okay, I won't be president if you don't prosecute me. So then this new guy ran for president and was elected with 99-point-something% of
Oh.
all the votes. One of those.
Some crazy amount of numbers.
For 2 years, and then 2 years went by, and he didn't call another election. And then the rebels were they wanted progress in their country, and it's bad. It's not a good thing.
I remember this time, about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20, I don't know.
Yeah,
There was some big warship parked in Yemen,
yeah,
and then someone put a bomb on it, put a big hole in the side of this big
Yeah.
warship, and it had to be like
yeah.
total
97, I
bomb or
think.
97. So Yemenis people don't seem to like.
They
the
might not
United
like us
States.
a lot.
Yeah, no, yeah. Do Saudi Arabians like us in general? You don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're friends with their
I don't know
government.
any Saudi Arabians.
It's true. I don't know any Yemenis. Is that what you call them, Yemenis?
I have no idea.
Okay, we should look that up.
Yeah, someone write that down.
So, look, we got a tweet. Let me read it.
We got a tweet.
We got a tweet. It says here, Quinn the Eskimo tweets, he's from Nunavut, because
Yeah.
Eskimos are in northern Canada. He tweeted, what's with Bob Dylan getting a Nobel Prize?
I have no idea. This doesn't make a damn bit of sense.
Our next topic, what's with Bob Dylan getting a Nobel Prize? That's an original Bob Dylan song.
No, it's not.
No,
No.
that's what the guy told me who played it.
Are you paying Bob Dylan royalties?
No.
Then don't say it's a Bob Dylan song.
Good point. So, Bob Dylan,
Yeah. He got the
He-
Nobel Prize for Literature this morning.
literature, yeah.
Craziest thing in the
Does
world.
he write books?
No.
Does he write
write
poetry?
songs?
Or just songs?
I think he only writes songs for all I
Would
know.
songs count, I guess? The words?
I don't know,
Is
because
that
I
true?
can't understand the words. It
Yeah,
just sounds like a lot of mumbling.
One of them is about a rolling stone, right? Yeah, like a rolling stone. Is that one song?
I don't know.
He's had like 2
Maybe.
hits, right?
I-
I can't name
He's
any-
had more than 2 hits. I'm
Oh.
confident he's had more than 2 hits.
One of my favorite songs
Yeah.
is it's actually
Oh, the video with all the signs.
that's a good video. No, the
it
song
is.
not good.
Yeah, they are. Well,
there's Sophie B. Hawkins. you know
okay.
her.
Yeah.
She does a cover of a Bob Dylan song.
Yeah. Can
It's
you
called-
Can you understand the words?
It's called "I Want You." Now, when she sings it,
You can
it's
understand
great.
the
It's a
words.
great song. Yeah, 5 stars.
He got like a Nobel by proxy.
But when he sings it, it's like I'm
It's,
gonna
like,
sing
it's
it.
just like mumbling.
Want you
Yeah.
so bad.
I bet this is the Nobel Committee just like thought they heard really good things in there.
I bet if you bought the album and you
Liner
took
notes?
out the vinyl record out,
The
and you-
liner notes?
yeah, the
Like-
liner notes, it would have the lyrics,
Like all the
written down.
words.
And so as they read along as he sang, it'd be like, oh, this is a
This is a great song.
good words put together. Therefore,
This
it's
is-
literature.
Therefore, it's literature
Yeah.
and worthy of a Nobel Prize.
Now I wonder. So first, I wondered if it's like a prize for his new stuff, like in the last year he did, or if it's a prize for his body of work from the '60s until now.
That's a great question.
Great question.
Yeah.
So I learned some stuff about the Nobel Prize. I listened to podcasts.
Like it's cash. Yeah, it's cash money.
It's cash. It's $1 million.
Yeah.
So usually you have to be live to get it.
You have to be
no one
alive.
gets
That's correct.
posthumous Nobel Prizes.
It can't be groups larger than like 3 or 5.
And it's not for new stuff. What happens is your stuff has to survive the test of time.
Yeah.
Is what I heard. So it's
not last
his new
year's
stuff. It's not last year's album, which no one bought or didn't chart. I don't know if he had a new album last
I mean,
year.
some of the science stuff has been pretty recent,
But
but some of it's also been pretty old.
what's a good science one?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just recall some of the science stuff was pretty recent discoveries, and some of it is discoveries from like 30 years ago that they.
So now the guy who
managed to-
invented the floppy disk is now getting his Nobel Prize
Yeah.
for magnetic
Yeah, that was
mediums.
his idea. Let's make it flop around. That way people can drop it and the information won't fall off.
All right, well, we got to wrap up because the show's coming to an end. We've had a good time.
We have.
We had a great
Wow.
time tonight.
Yeah.
But
Why
now
are we in a pumpkin patch, by the way?
it's
I've been wondering that all night.
it's fall. It's Halloween soon, so we're in the pumpkin patch.
How?
Yeah,
It's like that pumpkin.
you can see me in
Thing?
a music video. You see me in the music video right there? That's me in Smelter.
Okay.
And this is last month's episode
Last
right
month's
here.
episode.
And if you look in
and
there,
further up-
it's a month before.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
You can see forever in the past.
Not
in
forever.
this
For
TV.
78 shows.
Well, actually, it's only like going back 3 so far. This is the time I interviewed Lawrence Gowan of Styx.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he was nice.
Well, so our next episode is November 10th. Stay tuned for Atlas of Thoughts on HisNet.
I don't
And
think
then
it's that.
Jim Twoo's show, What the Bleep? Maybe I'm on it. I'm on that show a lot these days. It's a great
You
show.
are.
You
It's-
should watch that show. It's hilarious, and I'm on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, court adjourned.
We're
High
going-
five.